Well, I'm often asked the question, what kind of missions work does Far Corners Missions do? The easiest way I've found to answer that question is simply to hold up my hand with 5 fingers and tell people that we do evangelism, we do feeding, healing, rescuing, and teaching of people in the places where we serve. Now, evangelism can be anything from one-on-one missionary contact to planting an entire church in a village. Many of the people in the locations where we're planting churches and evangelizing are suffering from very severe hunger. Some of those people would even die from a day-to-day basis if we did not feed them. And so we have what's called rice kitchens. We also put large amounts of food supplies in certain places so people have access to those food supplies. And so it takes care of that hunger problem. Far Corners Missions operates 3 hospitals. We operate a medical riverboat. We do free community clinics, all to provide care to people in those villages where we're planting churches and evangelizing. But we also do rescue work. Rescue work is involved in the human trafficking arena. We find women that have been in that environment but are now Christians or believers, willing to go back in and talk to the young women and girls that are still in that environment. When they find a young woman who is willing to take the risk of escaping this kind of life, then we make arrangements for their transportation to leave that environment, to move to a safe haven location where they can be provided with medical care, counseling, the love and concern of Christian people that will not only take care of all their human needs, but also their spiritual needs. The last thing that we want to talk about is teaching. Very often the people that Far Corners is encountering are in a very poverty-ridden condition. They are what's known as slum dwellers or scavengers, and often we are able to provide them some job skills that turn their life around from one of being a dependent person in poverty to one that can make their own way. And so it's helping people. So remember, we do 5 things: evangelize, feed, heal, rescue, and teach.